Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Fulton Community Focus. I'm Darren Warnig. Joining me today is Charlene McGarter, the Recreation Programmer for the City of Fulton, and Glenda Fitch, the Chairperson for the Callaway County Salvation Army. Ladies, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
Well, thank you very much.
The Festival of Lights, the Fulton Festival of Lights, has quickly become an annual tradition here in Fulton, and this year we're adding a new wrinkle to the mix. Charlene, tell us a little bit about this new idea.
This new idea was approached to our department by Glenda from the Salvation Army, and it is something that we developed into the Field of Joy. And I'm sure we can kind of go into more detail, Glenda can, about the actual aspect of it.
Yeah, and how did this idea come about, Glenda?
Well, most people don't realize it, but the Salvation Army has a calendar that's based on the federal government. So as of October the 1st, the Salvation Army's out of money here in Callaway County. And we were trying to beat around some idea of a way to get money started coming in earlier, because we don't do anything other than ring bells from Black Friday until Christmas Eve. And that makes for a very limited time to try to earn money. And Pam Phelps at the board meeting suggested, why don't we have people sponsor a tree? Because we knew they were doing the wish tree at the, in the park, and we were hoping that we could get people to build up the amount of decorations, because we drove through the park several times last year to look at the wish tree.
Charlene, what would you say is the goal that you're trying to achieve through the Field of Joy?
Well, I would say the goal that we're trying to achieve is to bring the community together, and that's really what the whole point of the Festival of Lights is about. It's a community event that is free, that anybody in Callaway County or beyond can come and view and experience and kind of have a little bit of enjoyment out of the holidays because of it. I think it's been viewed quite a bit last year and the previous year. This is the third year it's been developed, but I think that with adding new features and working with organizations like Glenda's, it's going to draw in more people just to have fun and enjoy the event.
Now, Glenda, what specifically are you looking for in these trees? Size-wise, real, artificial, the details like that?
Basically, the tree can be anywhere from 4 foot to 10 foot, because nothing can be taller than the mayor's tree in the middle. I mean, that would not look good. It can be a real tree. And I mean, how many cedar trees are there in farmlands around Callaway County? I'm sure we can find a real tree. Or it can be an artificial tree or just a wire tree, you know, like they do with a telephone, with a flagpole. The main thing is it has to have lights. It does not have to have other decorations on it, but since it's in the plan is to put it in Murphy Ball Field where you can actually walk around and look at the trees. Why not decorate it? I know I was talking to one of the daycares and they wanted to know if the kids could decorate it. Absolutely. That's the whole idea, is to get everybody involved. You can do a tree in memory of someone. You can do a tree in honor of someone. I suggested to the VFW that they needed to do a red, white, and blue tree that was in memory of maybe all the World War II veterans or all of the Vietnam veterans. Pick a group. Or for that matter, do several trees. Hey, we'll let you do more than one, and do one for everybody.
And if somebody is interested in sponsoring a tree, how can they go about doing that?
Well, if you want to sponsor a tree, you can. One, I'm passing around forms all over town. You can complete a form and mail it in to the Parks and Recreation. You can call Parks and Recreation, or there's even an online website where you can also register online. The problem with registering online is Charlene tells me we can't pay online. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So you'll still need to mail a check in. Now, if you're a church, a civic organization, a family, or an individual, you can do a tree for $25. If you're a business, it's going to cost you $50 to sponsor a tree. But there will be a sign that is being provided by the city that will say, "Tree donated by," so that everybody that comes by and looks will know who donated each tree.
For those who decide to sponsor a tree, are they responsible to put up the tree and take it down, especially let's say if it's an artificial tree and they want to keep it?
Well, the trees will need to be put up from November the 29th to the 30th. And if you want to keep your tree, then it needs to be taken down after January the 2nd. We're going to talk to the Department of Conservation about live trees and see if they could pick those up, because they'll put them to good use. So we just want to encourage people to realize that it is in a public area. We can't promise everything's going to be there when you come to get it, but we would certainly hope that it still is.
Glenda had mentioned the larger tree in the center. Go a little bit more into what that is and what that is expected to look like.
Yeah, just to give you guys an envision of what the event would kind of look like. We felt like our main focal point was the wish trees, so we'd like to expand throughout Veterans. So we thought Murphy Baseball Field would be a great area to put this new feature. You walk into the outfield of Murphy Field, we're going to have a 30-foot Christmas tree in the center. It's going to be a community tree that is lighted, and community members can come and they can donate decorations if they choose so. We just thought that was a good idea to bring, more a community and together aspect to it. So in the very center of the outfield, you'll see that 30-foot tree, and then surrounding that, there'll be a walkway with all of the other trees that are donated by the different organizations. So we would like to have like some type of lighted walkway, and then when you go through the walkway, you see the tree, you see a sign of who has donated that, and anybody can view those and come and enjoy that.
So we have the Field of Joy. Anything else new that folks can expect when they come out and see the Festival of Lights in 2016?
Most definitely. We do our own sponsorship for just the Fulton Festival of Lights. Sorry. And we've had numerous businesses already donate. We've purchased 8 different features, and there's a couple more on our list. So I think that this year you will be quite impressed versus what you saw last year.
And just finally, Charlene, what are the details of when the Festival of Lights gets started and how long it lasts until?
Great. December 1st, we will do a lighting ceremony at 5:30 at the park. We encourage everyone to come. We'll have cookies and hot chocolate, some special other things to the lighting ceremony. And then once everybody's kind of gathered in there, we'll flip the breaker and everything will light up, and you get to walk around and enjoy it all. Also, the wish tree box will be there, so you can submit a wish in the wish tree box. And then the lights will be on display every evening. They're like on a photo cell, so they turn on as soon as it's dark enough. And they'll be on display until the new year.
Well, it seems like there's a lot in store for folks if they come out to Veterans Park this December, and hopefully things will just get bigger and better from here on out. So ladies, once again, Charlene, Glenda, I appreciate you stopping by and telling us a little bit more about not only the Festival of Lights, but the Field of Joy.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
All right, Charlene McCarter and Glenda Fitch, and that's another edition of Fulton Community Focus. We'll see you next time.